Good morning, children. Today we will study about delegation. Now, delegation refers to downward transfer of authority from the superior to the subordinate. We know that every manager needs the subordinate, and subordinate to the subordinate, certain powers should be given, certain responsibility should be given, certain authority should be given. So these authorities and responsibilities which is transferred to the subordinate is basically called the delegation of the work. It is the prerequisite to efficient functioning of the organization because it enables the managers to use his time on the high priority activities. So all the routine work, all the non-important work are transferred to the subordinates while the main work is taken in the hands of the superior. So all the important works which are related to the development of the organization like planning, organizing, all these are kept with the management while the routine work is given to the subordinate. This is called the delegation of the work. With this, the manager is able to work efficiently because he gets more time to concentrate on his work. It also satisfies the subordinate needs to recognition and develop initiatives. The subordinate is also happy. Why? Because he gets some important work where he can develop himself, come in front as the first mover and take the responsibility, and he also gets recognition by the delegation of the work. However, the accountability for performance of the task rests on the manager. Responsibilities and authorities are given to the subordinates, but the accountability, that is answerability, lies with the manager or the superior himself. Authority granted to the subordinate can be taken back and re-delegated to another. If the subordinate is not working properly, whatever work is given to him, he is not able to work properly, he is not able to perform properly, then the responsibility and authority can be taken from that subordinate and given to the another more important subordinate. Now the next topic is elements of delegation. There are basically three elements of delegation: authority, responsibility and accountability. First, authority. Authority implies the right of an individual to take decision and to command his subordinate. So in authority what happens? A right is given to the subordinate to take decisions and to make commands on the subordinate, direct the subordinate, command the subordinate to get the work done from him. The concept of authority arises from the position in the scalar chain, which is higher at the top and declines as we move down in the hierarchy. So in the scalar chain, top level management, middle level management, lower level management is given. According to that only, the positions of the subordinate is given, and then the work and the power, that is authority, is delegated to him so that he will take the right decision and get the work done from his employees. Thus it flows from top to bottom. The authorities always flows from the top to the bottom, that is from the top level management to the lower level, middle level and to the lower level management. Now second is responsibility. What is responsibility? It is the obligation of an subordinate to properly perform the assigned duty. Once the authority is given to him, then with that responsibility is also transferred to him, so that he will be obliged to perform the work properly. Whatever work is assigned to him, he will perform properly and fulfill his duty. It arises from the superior subordinate relationship because the subordinate is bound to perform the duty assigned to him. So it always arises from the superior and subordinate relationships because the subordinate is bound to perform whatever duty is assigned to him. Thus we can always say that it flows from the down upward. Thus it flows upward. that its responsibility always flows from downward to upward, while the authority flows from upward to downward. So a subordinate is responsible to the superior, so responsibility moves from downward to upward. Why? Because the subordinate is always responsible to his superior. Granting authority is necessary to create responsibility. If you are granting the authority, you should also create the responsibility and facilitate its fulfillment. So once you are granting the authority, you should also give the responsibility and facilitates the fulfillment of the job. Now the third one is accountability. You are also accountable. It implies being answerable for the final outcomes. So accountability means answerability towards the organization. Once authority has been delegated and responsibility accepted, one cannot deny accountability. So once the authority has been given to you, responsibility has been accepted by you, then you cannot deny the accountability. It is the obligation to carry out responsibility and exercise authority. So it is the obligation, you are obliged to carry out the responsibility, and the subordinate is also obliged to exercise his authority. Authority means giving orders to the subordinates. It flows upward. So this accountability also flows from downward to the upward, because it is generally enforced by the employees, by the subordinate, and he is answerable to the superior. Now the next topic is importance of delegation. The first important of delegation is effective management. For the effective management of the organization, delegation of the work is very important. By empowering the employees, the manager are able to function more efficiently as they get more time to concern on the important matters. So once the manager are delegating the job to the subordinate, he gets more time, and his working becomes more efficient because he gets more time to concentrate on his work. Second is employees development. So delegation also helps in the development of the employee, because delegation provides more opportunity to the employees. So employees gets more and more opportunity by the delegation, and he can utilize his talent and develop his abilities with that extra work, or with that work which is given to him, new work which is given to him. It helps him to make him a better leader and decision maker. Because of this, he becomes a very good decision maker and also a good leader. And as a result, future managers are created. Point number 3 is motivation of employees. Delegation provides a feeling of status and responsibility to subordinates, as it is not only a process of sharing workload, but also involves the trust of the superior on the subordinate. So since the superior is trusting the subordinate, so he is delegating the job to the subordinate. Subordinate gets more and more work. He also gets the recognition and status in the company, and as a result, this motivates the employee to do the work more properly. Entrustment of the responsibility builds up his esteem. Since he has more trust, his esteem is built and encourages him to perform the better in his work. Now the fourth one is facilitation of the growth. Delegation also facilitate in the growth of the organization. How? Delegation helps in the expansion of an organization. If the work is delegated, the organization can be easily expanded, as delegation provides a ready workforce to take up leading positions in the new venture. If a company wants to start a new venture, then already because of the delegation of the work, the new managers are ready. These people can be shifted and a new venture can be undertaken. Trained and experienced employees are able to play significant role in launching new projects of the organization. Since with the delegation the employees are trained and he gets the experience, As a result, they are able to easily launch a new project and complete the project on time. So delegation also helps in the development and the growth of the organization. Number fifth importance is basis of management hierarchy. It also helps in the hierarchy of the organization. Delegation of authority establishes superior subordinate relationship, which helps the employee to know who has to report to him. So with the delegation of work, the employees knows who has to report to whom, because with the authority, responsibility is also given to him. Thus duties and power of each individual becomes clear. So with the delegation of the work, the duties and powers of each and employee becomes very clear, and a hierarchy of management is made. Now the last importance of delegation is better coordination. Delegation also helps in the better coordination. The element of delegation, namely authority, responsibility and accountability, helps to define the powers. In the delegation, the power is defined, the duties are defined, and the responsibilities related to various positions are defined in the organization, and according to that only the authority, responsibility and accountability is transferred to the managers, lower level managers. As a result, this helps to avoid overlapping. There is no overlapping and duplication of the works, and because of this there is a proper coordination of the work, and the work moves in a very coordinated way. Today only this much. Thank you.